on diagonally, you know, just cut it right in the belly. And do it on both sides, okay? You see that? Because you want that season to go in there, okay? I got to slow my roll. I got ahead of myself. I get so excited. So, again, I'm going to slit it on that side. And on this side, because when you season it, right, you want it to go in here, and make sure you clean this out real good. Even though they say they slit it and cleaned it, they haven't, because you got to make sure you go all down in there and get that out. Make sure you get that, because then you're going to be eating yucky stuff. It's going to taste good because you don't know no better, because the fish tastes good. So the yucky going to taste good. Right? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I have complete seasoning. You can use whatever you want. I like to use this, and let me get something else for you. I always show you guys this, right? Remember, did you guys buy this yet? This here is so good on your seafood, right? Look at it. What does it say? Fish, poultry, meat, poultry, and fish. When I tell you this is good, it is. This is for anything. Jeanette uses all of it. Jeanette, you still cook with this all the time? Yeah, so try to keep these two. It's a real good season, okay? So I'm just going to take, I'm not going to mix it. Sometimes I mix the packets. I'm not going to mix the packets. I'm going to take one out, okay? Okay, so let's get the seasoning, and let's check the flounder. Okay, we're going to turn that up a little bit and make sure it get the best cook. And I'm sort of like deep frying in the pan here, okay? Not pan frying, I'm actually deep frying in the pan. You see how much grease I have in there? That's a deep fry, that's not a pan fry, okay? There's a big difference. And let's see, they're not quite ready because it's still a little too soft. So I just gave it some more heat, okay? So back at the ranch here, I want y'all to be able to see. So let's start seasoning, okay? This is some good stuff. And I'm doing it on my countertop too. That's what I feel like today, messy. You want to go a little hard on your seasonings on both sides. But you don't want to make nothing salty, okay? So be careful. And I'm going to season the inside, the cavity. I'm going all the way up in there. Now when you fry it with the head on, there's nothing in the head. It just becomes a crispy shell. I take it off once I fry it, but there's some flavor all up in here, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I've seasoned the cavity too. Right? So once I use this, be a little generous, okay? Then I'm going to come with the Old Bay, okay? With the Old Bay. Gotta have the Old Bay. Go in that cavity. And when you get all your seasoning together, then you would incorporate it into the splits. The little slits, I mean. And I'm still watching that flounder over there. Matter of fact, let me get ready to get something to take that out with. I'm going to just use a paper plate. Right? I saw somebody take their fish out and put it on foil. Where's all the grease going? Back up in that fish. Paper towel. If you don't have a paper towel, y'all know how we do. What do we use? A brown paper bag. Huh? Hey, Wanda! We use a brown paper bag. But I don't understand taking that fish out and putting it on that foil paper. I'm going to turn the flounder over. It's ready to be turned over. You guys don't need to see that, man. I'm just turning it over. It looks the same way as it did before I turned it over. Not being smart or nothing, but you don't need to see that. You need to see this. Okay? So, let's go ahead and season that head too, because that's where, in here, make sure you get down in the head because all the flavor comes out of there too. Okay? Now that I've done this, I'm going to put this on the onions, okay? I'll show you in a minute because I'm not finished seasoning. You see how I have that? I'm going to clean my mess up first and bring that over here, so you can see it better. Okay? And then I'm going to put that packet. I'm going to make sure I put that in the slits, okay? And I'm still watching my flounder. Okay. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to open up the slits. And I'm going to put it in there. Go to the other side. Hi, Steve. I'm baking some snapper. I'm not making escovitch, y'all. I'm baking some snapper, and I'm frying some flounder. I didn't particularly want any fried fish, because if I fried this, I would definitely make some escovitch. Hey, Linda, that's my cousin, the Reverend Linda Fowler from the Tar Heels. And it's time to take out the flounder. So let's go over here. Let's see if you can see that. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. We drip off the excess oil. You don't want to bite into your fish and all you can taste is the grease. This is perfectly done. You see that? That's a perfectly fried flounder. Right? And I told you when the fish is thin, it curls up. And it's okay, as long as it tastes good. And it's going to taste good, by the way. Right? Shake off as much grease as you can. Because, again, it is thin. And when you eat it, you don't want it like the first thing you got is a mouthful of oil. Grease. Ugh. Okay? So now that that's done, we're going to go back and finish dressing up that red snapper. So I'm going to turn this off and set this over there. So now hubby is done, and I have the broccoli in the oven. So what that is, it's roasted broccoli with the garlic. I use some bacon fat to go over that. And then when I take it out, in a few minutes, I'm going to put the balsamic vinaigrette on there and put it back in, okay? So meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have a whole lemon, the juice. I have oregano, and I have virgin olive oil, a little salt and pepper in here, okay? This is going to go over the fish once I finish seasoning. So I put that in there, and I put the Old Bay, and y'all know what's next, that parsley. Now, I have this garlic that I'm just going to put in here instead of in the fish because I don't want it too garlicky. So I'm just going to do it this way. I don't want to really put that up in the fish. And it still makes this thing taste real good. And I'm just going to put a little more Old Bay. And I have the peppers to go on also. It's always good to cook with your peppers, you know, whenever you can. And I'm only going to season one side. But I'm going to season it really good. Just one side. And let me get my brush out. Give me a second here. Hey, where's my other brush? Wait a minute. Let me find my brush because I want to brush some oil on here. Somebody's been messing with my stuff because I can't find my small brush. Man, brushy brush. Art, Mr. Art, you see my little small brush? That's the big one. I'm kind of looking for my small. I'll use the big one until I can find the small one. Is it in the dishwasher? Nope. All right.
It's got to be in there.
I don't know. It's probably in the back. But anyway, go get your set of paintbrushes and use them for your cooking, okay? I have a small one. I can't find it. It's somewhere around here. But anyways, I'm going to take a little olive oil, even with the seasoning, and I'm going to brush some olive oil on here, okay? Just pat it nice. Right? And go up inside. This will give it a good browning too. And I'm going to do it on the other side. Brush it on there. And it's not going to take the seasoning off. It's going to make it stay. Oh my goodness. Toya, how are you? Okay, just a little bit. Brush it on in there. Not inside though, okay? And make sure your fish is still sitting up on the onions, okay? Ready for this? Here we go. Inside and outside. Make sure it gets up in the slits, okay? It's enough to do it. Put it inside. Both sides, okay? Make sure you go up in the slits with that. This gonna make it taste so good. Instead of using your lemon pepper and the oregano and the garlic, gives it a good aroma and a good flavor. And then just pour the rest on. Take your brush. What am I doing my brush? Am I going crazy? Oh, I'm going crazy, yeah. Brush that stuff all up in there real good, okay? Go get you some paintbrushes. The smaller one is better. Dollar store. Dollar store. Look at that. That look good too. And it's sitting up on the onions. The onions gonna caramelize with that. Wow. Oh my God, that tastes so good. That oregano is bringing out a lot of flavor with that lemon. That's that oregano and that lemon doing all that work. And of course this here. Okay, so I am now going to put the peppers on top of here. Right? And I'm going to actually cover this up so that they could steam first, okay? And then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to cook it the rest of the way without the cover on it. So let me show you. You can't see the fish. Fishy fish. Snapper, where are you? Covered in a bunch of goodness. Can you see that? It should be covered up. You shouldn't be able to see that snapper. Not too much of it. Cover it good. And then I'm going to put some foil paper on here and make sure that that's really tight. Make sure that, because you don't want no air to get in here. So I like to use 2 to ensure, because we want it to steam, okay, while it's in here. Oh my God, that sauce is so good. I can still taste it. It make you wanna, you know about that dancing when it tastes good? Dance. Yes, sir. And just think when it's done. Ooh-wee. Do the boogaloo. Do the boogaloo. Make sure it's tight. If it ain't tight, it ain't right. Because we want it to steam. I'm going to do this for 30 minutes. Now, I don't want to keep you long, okay? So, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you when it's all done. But this is the main thing you need to see. You still doing your thing in the kitchen? Yeah, Toya, you know I ain't never going to stop cooking. Never that. I decided to just come on and do something different. I see everybody else doing their thing. I got stuff too, so why not? Don't talk about that dancing when food is involved, right? Answer that. So it's nice and tight. Let's check on the broccoli. It's turning brown. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I steamed up my glasses. Did y'all see that? Oh, man. Okay, let me show you this broccoli. When you know your broccoli is correct, this is what it looked like. It's not burnt. You see the brown? You see that? That's not burnt. This is what you want, right? And then we gonna shake it up.